Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is A201 binti Abdul Alim. My matric number is 264,940. Today I'm going to talk about the automotive industry in Germany, the internal and external factor towards the liquidity risk. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about the issues and the problems. Firstly is the market risk in the automotive industry, the operational risk in the automotive industry, thirdly the liquidity risk in the automotive industry. Moving on to that, we're going to talk about the research objective. Firstly is to study the correlation and influence of internal factors toward liquidity risk. Secondly, to study the correlation and influence of external factors toward the liquidity risk. Thirdly, to study the correlation and influence of internal and external factors toward the liquidity risk. Next, the first research question is what is the internal factor which has the highest correlation and significance on the liquidity risk of automotive industry in Germany? Second, what is the external factor which has the highest correlation and significance on the liquidity risk of automotive industry in Germany? Third, what is the internal and external factor which has the highest correlation and significance on the liquidity risk of automotive industry in Germany?
My name is Wang Hongjie and my matric number is 251235. Today I will present about the literature review. The liquidity risk is the capacity of a firm, organization, or even a person to pay its obligation without enduring catastrophic losses. In the second, accounts receivable, assets, debit terms, bank deposit, and marketable security are the example of liquidity risk. Internal factor is liquidity risk, operation risk, credit risk, and market risk. And the external factor include unemployment, exchange rate, interest rate, GDP, inflation, and the CG index.
My name is Norzulika. Now I will explain about methodology. Firstly, I will tell you about the sample. Currently, we are using the annual report of automotive company in Germany from year 2015 to 2019. The company that we use are Audi, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Opel, and Volkswagen. Next method that we use are linear regression, ANOVA, prescriptive analysis, correlation, and coefficient. Three models that we use are internal variable, external variable, and also both external and internal variable. For internal variable, we use information data from annual report to analyze the performance, liquidity risk, operational risk, and credit risk. For external variable, we use non-financial performance like meeting attendance, gender diversification, and others to calculate corporate governance index. So that we use data to analyze such as unemployment, inflation, exchange rate, and gross domestic product from 2015 to 2019 from 5 companies in Germany.
My name is Shafina binti Amir Bahar. My matrix number 262617. Next is descriptive statistic in the finding. It shows that the current ratio has a large standard deviation. So it means that the current ratio has more ability to absorb insolvency. Next is ANOVA. ANOVA in the internal factor shows the most significant because the p-value is 57.93. Next is correlation. Correlation shows the most significant is debt to income and not significant is GDP. For the model summary, it shows that the adjusted R square is 0.9, which is correlated with dependent variable. And lastly, the coefficients shows the most significant with the dependent variable is quick ratio.
In the conclusion is there are three models are being included in this analysis, which is first internal factor, second external factors, and third post factor, which is consists of internal and external factors. For the part of recommendation, we are suggesting that the company should monitor the market to avoid any risk from occurs, and second, the company needs to keep their account in accurate data to avoid any factors that directly affecting in liquidity risk.